Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I am going to be talking about the Power Rangers movie, and this is spoiler free. Okay, a little bit unusual for my videos. 4 out of 5 star movie. I had a wonderful time at this movie. I'm a huge fan of the Power Rangers film. Really liked it. It was fantastic. I really had a great time. So I think there were, I was so impressed with the Power Rangers movie that I want to talk about how they got there. So Power Rangers is a incredibly popular television show in the 90s, I believe. And honestly, I was never really a fan of the show. It seemed a little silly to me, and it was, it just didn't really click. Now, when I saw it, I never was like, oh, that show is stupid. I got that it was like its own thing, and that people who dug it really dug it. And so I was kind of cool, like, this isn't my thing, but I was so impressed with what this film does. I think what this film does is it modernizes the Power Rangers. The special effects were amazing. The acting was excellent. The writing was very tight. The only thing I didn't like is it was a little more crude and crass, and had a few more crude jokes in it than I would have liked to see. I would have changed that aspect of it, but overall it was really well done. The actors and actresses in it. So Bill Hader plays a robot who is the assistant to Zordon. Zordon is actually played by Bryan Cranston, and Rita Repulsa is actually the Green Ranger is played by Elizabeth Banks. She did an excellent job with that role. And then I don't know any of the names of any of the actors who just came up into these roles, and I'm okay with that because they're brand new. They're all brand new actors and actresses. I thought all of them did a fantastic job. I'm eager to see all of them in additional work, including I am very eager to see the Power Rangers sequels. I feel like this is a really strong foundation to lay, to actually do a series on, which is great. And I'm excited that there is going to be a Power Rangers series. So the movie made $40 million opening weekend. It was only expected to make $30 million, so it exceeded expectations by industry metrics, by the company's metrics. This is a commercial success. It's moving, it's rocking. It's doing its thing, which is great, and I think that's really good. There's a little bit of a sad note. I think this did such a good job with Power Rangers that it cuts off some other relaunches or some other reboots. I think now that you've done the Power Rangers successfully, because of the Megazords, because of, people in suits and armor, you can no longer do Beetleborgs, and you can no longer do Voltron, and that's the one I'm really sad about. I would really have liked to have seen a live-action Voltron, and I think now that now I am incredibly well blessed to be watching the Netflix Voltron remake, which is really fantastic. Absolutely loving that show. It's one of my favorite shows on television right now, and on streaming. And but this movie did such a strong job of reestablishing the Power Rangers brand that I think it cuts off Beetleborgs and Voltron. And also Zoids. I think it cuts off Zoids. So it really, it has established itself, and I think we're really looking at a new series, which I am thrilled to see. So I think I'm so shocked at. I actually have to say, I was shocked at how good the movie was. So I think how did they get there? How did they take an old series and remake it in the very same weekend? Chips came out. Okay, now and it was a complete bomb. It made $7 million. So here's why Power Rangers succeeded, and here's why Chips failed. Power Rangers, what it did was it very succinctly elevated the material. I believe it elevated the material above what the material was when it was on television. The way it did that was it would say, okay, you know, the Power Rangers have these Zords, right? And they're in the shape of dinosaurs. And that's not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. And so, you know, here's the Zords and they're in the shape of dinosaurs. Here's a logical reason why they're actually in the shape of dinosaurs. So throughout the film, they would say, oh, hey, there's this super weird thing about this cartoonish thing that we're now bringing to a real life situation. And they would give a logical explanation for it, and they would do it subtly, and they would do it quickly. That's another thing. The movie had superb pacing. Superb pacing. So I really liked that. I really liked how well the movie was paced. The other thing is the characters in the movie, they had real problems that were very, very modern and actually genuine. And also the friendships. I didn't want to be dismissive of the young actors that took on these new roles, but like they're just new to movies, right? So I will learn their names as they get, you know, great projects and you know, prove themselves within Hollywood. They did, one of the things I really liked was what a fantastic job they did of showing the friendship, you know. Also, just so you're aware, this is Power Rangers meets John Hughes. So, like, a lot of this film is, like, straight out of the Breakfast Club, which I thought, that's a great idea. Yeah, of course, let's use the Breakfast Club to introduce each of the Power Rangers. Fantastic concept, really, really cool. Kind of a throwback to the old classics. I really liked it. It was really great. I did take my family to it this weekend. Everybody had a really good time. It was really nice. So they elevated the content, but they also had respect for the source material. They elevated the source material, but and at the same time, they had respect for it. That's hard to do because I think in Hollywood, they buy properties and they say, hey, we're gonna just like get rid of all this silliness and let's make this its own thing and let's twist it and let's tweak it, you know. But the reality is, at the end of this film, you will see a tag that says, you know, like one of the producers was Haim Saban, who was originally connected to this property, right? So most Hollywood projects, they take the creator and they're like, hey, let's do some photo shoots with you, let's shake your hand, and then let's kick you into the corner to go eat some donuts, right? And you really got the sense that that wasn't what happened here. Like, they really love the source material. They preserve a good relationship with the creator. That is incredibly hard to do. Like, incredibly hard to do. And I'm amazed they were able to do it on a movie like this. It is absolutely fantastic film. I highly recommend going to see Power Rangers. I think you're going to have a good time, just the way I had a good time, and just the way my family had a great time. Power Rangers, awesome new reboot. One of the best films of 2017. Power Rangers. Take care.